going to join us now. Thank you all. I am so proud of you. Thank you for being here.
I told you this one, I'm not going to get into all of it. Okay, waiting for the mayor.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. I'm Henry Wojtkowski. I'm an attorney that represents Harborside Health Center. And I would like to begin by telling you what the program is going to be today. I am going to make some brief opening comments, and then Steve DeAngelo, the founder of Harborside, will make a statement. We will then have the Dan Rush of the UFCW read a statement from Barbara Lee, who, because of other commitments, was not able to appear personally today. Alan Lopazzo of the Board of BOE will make a statement on behalf of that entity. Barbara Parker, the city attorney for Oakland, will make a statement. Rebecca Kaplan from the city council member of Oakland will then make a statement. And at that point, we will take questions from the press so that they may leave and return to their schedules, which they interrupted on short notice to assist us here today. After that, you will hear from a number of patients who come to Harborside for their medicine, including Jason David and Sue Taylor. We also have with us today representatives of Americans for Safe Access, and Don Duncan will make a statement on their behalf, and I saw Ron Mullins, but I don't know if he's going to say anything or not. Okay? Okay. We're here today to alert the public to the recent action by the Department of Justice in seeking forfeiture of the buildings where Harborside Health Center operates its medical cannabis dispensaries in Oakland and San Jose. Why that is wrong, and the consequences of this action if it is not abandoned. Harborside operates in compliance with state law. It provides medical marijuana to numerous needy and deserving patients. The Attorney General of the United States, whose quotes we brought but are now not visible because of the number of patients that wanted to appear and show their support today. The Attorney General testified recently, as he has in the past, that the Department of Justice's policy is to limit its enforcement efforts to dispensaries that are not in compliance with state law. Harborside is, was, and always will be in compliance with such laws. Harborside and its patients rely on these statements by the Attorney General, which have also been stated by the President, and the Department of Justice knows it. When the IRS wanted to audit Harborside Health Center, its agents came. We let them come in. We let them inspect the premises. We gave them a tour. And we allowed them to see all of our records because Harborside runs a transparent operation. After reviewing everything that they wanted to see and closely examining the records, the Internal Revenue Service concluded that Harborside's books and records and the figures that were reported on its amended returns were all accurate. The only matter in dispute was the deductibility of certain business expenses under Internal Revenue Code Section 280E, and we are addressing that issue in the tax court. When confronted with the facts that Harborside is operating a legal business in compliance with state law and in accordance with the Attorney General's and the President's statements, the Department of Justice yesterday released a press statement conceding that Harborside was in compliance with state law and attempted to justify its action by calling Harborside a marijuana superstore, arguing that the larger the operation, the greater likelihood for abuse of the state's marijuana laws, and that medical marijuana would be placed in the hands of individuals who do not have a demonstrated medical need. They didn't allege any wrongdoing. They were alleging that Harborside was targeted because of its size, and that amounts to an abuse of discretion. First, nobody gets into Harborside without a state-approved recommendation from a licensed physician, which is verified, and the Department of Justice knows that. Second, it is Harborside's size that allows it to dispense marijuana exactly how the law intended. It is clean. It is well policed. It is able to provide quality products that are tested to ensure their quality to the patients who are its members. In addition to that, it provides numerous health and holistic services. Harborside is a model dispensary and should be allowed to remain open. We invite the U.S. Attorney, Belinda Haig, to come and tour our facility. We invite the Attorney General to come and tour our facility. And anybody else from the Department of Justice who would like to come, just let us know, and we will show you what we're doing. Now, in addressing this current misguided action, Harborside intends to rely on the judicial system and those within the Department of Justice with the integrity to honor the guidelines set forth by the Attorney General. And we hope that the Department of Justice does so also. There is no reason to kick down our door. We are proud of what we do, and we do it openly. Come, ask us, and we will invite you in. Thank you.
I'd like to first thank everybody who has turned out to show their support, the patients who are here, the elected officials who are here, representatives of activist and advocacy organizations. We really appreciate you coming to our support this time of our meeting. We opened Harborside Health Center 6 years ago to demonstrate that cannabis could be distributed in a way that brings benefits to communities rather than harms. And since that time, our incredible staff has accomplished that goal and more. Today, Harborside is universally recognized as having set the gold standard for legal, legitimate, regulated distribution of medical cannabis. There is no legitimate reason to target Harborside Health Center. We do not fit into any of the categories outlined by the Department of Justice. We are not close to a school. We are not profiteers. and we are not out of compliance with state law. Now we are being told that we are targets simply because we are too large. But the reason we have the largest number of patients is because we have provided the highest level of care and met a need that was desperately needed. Anybody who visits Harborside Health Center and sees the meticulous and careful way that we observe the laws of the state of California and the regulations of Oakland and care for our patients knows that any allusion or allegation that we are out of compliance with the law or doing anything wrong is completely absurd and ridiculous. You know, this attack, if it's successful, is going to return many thousands of patients to the illegal market. It's street drug sales and law enforcement costs in Oakland are immediately going to rise when $22 million worth of cannabis sales goes back onto the streets. Over $3 million worth of tax revenue is going to be destroyed. And in this time of joblessness, over 100 jobs, our incredible employees are now at risk of becoming jobless. Harborside has nothing to hide. Harborside has nothing to hide and nothing to be ashamed of. We have no intention of closing our doors. We shall continue. We shall continue to provide our patients with the medicine that their doctors have recommended to them. We will contest the Department of Justice openly, in public, and through all legal means at our disposal. We look forward to our day in court and are confident that justice is on our side. We will never abandon our patients.
You're here.
We have no intention of closing our doors. We shall continue to provide this medicine. We know that when dispensaries close, it's the most vulnerable patients who suffer the most. Unable to find new sources, unable to navigate the dangers of the illegal marketplace, they will end up doubled over with nausea. They will end up writhing in pain in beds that they're too weak to rise from. They'll end up trapped in apartments, suffering from depression and anxiety so bad they can't bring themselves to leave anymore. We've seen firsthand how this medicine helps our patients. We cannot and will not walk away from our duty to help them. We intend to keep the commitment that we made 6 years ago, a commitment to provide the very best cannabis medicine in the safest and most legitimate way possible. We are going to keep that commitment as faithfully as we can, for as long as we can. And we are confident when the history of these days is written, that our grandchildren will be proud to read of what we have done. We are now going to hear from my good friend Dan Rush from the UFCW, which has really been courageously defending our industry. He's going to read a statement from Congresswoman Barbara Lee in support.